broke everything. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing something a bit risky. I'm gonna be doing like my everyday makeup tutorial. I'd be lying to you if I said that I did my makeup every single day because I don't go out all the time, and even when I do, if it's just like to the shops, I don't really put a lot of makeup on. Also, disclaimer, I am in no way a guru or a professional at makeup. I don't actually know what I'm doing at all. I don't have the most expensive top end things. What I have works for me. I don't use the right brushes for the right things. I probably don't do it right at all, but this is just what I do and it works for me, so yeah. Okay, so what I start with is primer. I'm still not 100% convinced that primer actually really does anything at all. I use the e.l.f. Poreless face primer. I also have the Benefit Professional primer, but I barely ever use it. They are extremely similar. If you don't want to go for the big brand primer, I would definitely go for the e.l.f. Poreless primer because it is pretty much exactly the same in my opinion. So I just take a little like pea-sized amount on my fingers and just rub it all over my face. So because I have a few little red marks on my face right now, I don't have that many, but I have like this one on my eyebrow. I do tend to get most of my pimples up on my forehead. I don't really usually get pimples around here. Sometimes I get some on my chin, like right there, but mostly just on my forehead. I have some little color correctors that I actually got from TJ Maxx. Now they're by City Color Collection. To be honest, I'm also not entirely convinced that this is the most amazing color corrector ever, but it does the job for me. My next step is concealer. I use the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light. I don't actually use foundation pretty much ever, but if I do use foundation, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in 220 Natural Beige. I barely ever use this, and if I do, I use the smallest little amount ever. So I'm going to go over the top of my little spots with the concealer and just any other places that I'd like to just cover up a little bit. I have forgotten to wet my beauty blender, so I'm gonna go do that. Most of the time though, not gonna lie, I'm really lazy and I will not get up and wet my beauty blender. So now I'm back and I've got my damp beauty blender, so I'm just gonna blend in that concealer quickly. So once I've mostly blend in my concealer and I'm looking no different than before, I usually take the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth like powder. I go everywhere for my concealer and it stops it from getting so oily during the day. I'll just go around my beauty blender a couple times and then just sort of go over where I've put concealer. I have such a runny nose right now. Okay, so once I've done that, that's like pretty much my first like face step because I don't do the rest of my face until I've done like everything else really. So next I will go in for my brows. I am in desperate need of an eyebrow wax, but let's just ignore that. So I use the Benefit Soft and Natural Brows Kit, and I am in no way good at filling in my brows, so this is gonna be a disaster. So on one side it has a little spoolie which I use for brushing my eyebrows, and the other side has the brow pencil. Now it's like on an angle. This is such a beauty truth. It's like on an angle like this, so you can really get in there. And then the last product, which I 100% recommend getting, the 24-hour brow setter. It is absolutely amazing. I call it like hairspray for your eyebrows. So first of all, I go on with the spoolie and I brush my eyebrows up so I can get underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of angle the brow pencil on the flat side. So I'm just filling it in. I'm not defining my eyebrows today because usually on an everyday I won't define them. I will just fill them until they're a little bit darker. One thing I have to be careful of is this eyebrow is naturally a lot more full than this one is. So when I fill them in, this always looks so much more full. So it kind of looks really uneven, but honestly, I just don't care. Okay, so after that, I'm going to go in with the 24-hour brow setter. So now that I finished my brows, I typically move on to eyeshadow if I'm doing it, or my eyes. I am going to put some white in the inner corners of my eyes to brighten my eyes, and I'm going to be using the shade Tempera from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm just going to take some of that on the end of my brush and put it in the inner corners of my eyes. So now that I've done that, I'm going to brush my eyelashes and curl them and put my mascara on. I literally been saying that. Okay, so now what I do is I get a little spoolie and I brush my eyelashes, just because sometimes when I wear mascara or something the day before, they will clump up, and when I take my makeup off, they're still kind of stuck together, so I like to spread them out. Okay, so now I go in with my eyelash curler. So now I'm going to go in with mascara. I use two different mascaras. I use one for my top lashes and one for my bottom lashes. For my top lashes, I use the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. I always have to make sure though that I scrape it on the top, because it does get a bit clumpy sometimes. And then I just apply it. Like, look at that. That is amazing. On my bottom lashes, I use the Benefit Roller Lash. Now that that's all done, I usually will move on to the rest of my face. Because I'm not wearing foundation or I'm not wearing a lot of concealer, I won't be putting bronzer on. I'm going to go with my blush. So I just tap a little bit on and tap that off. See, it's like barely noticeable, but I love it because it's subtle. Wow, that is really, wow, that's not great. That's a bit too much. Oh, just put myself in the eye. So after that, I go in with highlight. Highlight has to be one of my absolute favorite things to do. I'm also going to be using the Sephora palette because the highlights in it are incredible. Okay, well, I'm going to be taking this one and putting just the tiniest little bit under my eyebrows, under the arch. And I go in with a little bit more on my brush and do my nose. I love highlighting my nose so much. And then I do the bridge of my nose as well. And then I go in and just do my upper lip. And then obviously I have to do my cheekbones. And I don't like to put heaps and heaps on. I tend not to like ever wear lip gloss or anything like that. I hate lipstick. I don't wear lipstick, but I will wear lip gloss. So I got this set of Tarte lip glosses. This is my favorite one to use because it's just like a peachy sort of color. And I just get in, it's like flat like that, and just put it on my lips. Really sorry if you can hear like a motorbike right now. There it goes. Okay, anyway, I've tried filming this outro like 6 times now because my camera keeps overheating because like I have the blaring sun coming here right now. Oh my god, there's a lady staring at me. Oh my god, please leave. Hi! So anyway, I know this isn't much and I know that I do not know what I'm doing at all. It's not anything special because it's supposed to be a natural looking makeup look. I'm going to be taking the Mecca Maxima Maximum Security Setting Spray and just putting that on my face. It actually... So yeah, that is everything for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and comment down below, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what videos you'd like to see next from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.